You know, and another thing, right? You're really dumb. You're dumb as hell because they got you with that one alone. Because in my opinion, the fact that you should even think about, wait a minute, where was it exactly? You wouldn't know that. Like if you're in the middle of a battle, right? And y'all are fighting and you're trying to get it and it all happens super fast, you're not going to know exactly where it actually hit her. Duh. This video is titled Killer Husband Realizes Wife is Still Breathing by Stay Awake Crime and Psychology. I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy title.
Valentine's Day 2019, a woman named Olivia Jones walked the aisles of a local supermarket known as HEB Plus in preparation for dinner with her husband Chris. As she gathered the ingredients, she observed a bouquet of pink and red roses, colors that symbolize tenderness and passion. As Olivia exited the store with the roses in her cart, she was unaware that in less than 40 minutes, she would be dead. A horrible
I'm sorry, you said what? I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry.
She gathered the ingredients. She observed a bouquet of pink and red roses, colors that symbolize tenderness and passion. As Olivia exited the store with the roses in her cart, she was unaware that in less than 40 minutes, she would be dead.
In less than 40 minutes
of so-called toxic love. The police would find her on her bedroom floor in a quiet neighborhood in Beaumont, Texas. 11 minutes earlier, her loving husband...
40 minutes, but in less than 40 minutes? So, see, bro. That's just like a countdown to just like, that's just like, bro, that's a drive home and then you get home and that's it. Oh, nah.
911.
Well, my 911. What is the address of your emergency?
Olivia! Please, hurry. Customer take the gun.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm at home. My wife been shot in the head. Please.
Somebody shot in the head.
My wife, please.
Tell me, where is she shot?
He just said it. What do you mean? What is it? What?
Okay, where in the head?
Oh, why does it matter? Okay. I just want to, obviously we know the title. But I just, as the operator, why does it matter where she got shot in the head? If she got shot in the head, I don't think any part of the dome, she got shot in the head. It doesn't matter. It could be from the side, adjacent, on top of her, or at the top. Like, what are we talking about? It doesn't matter. It's not like she got shot in her shoulder. It's the head.
Okay. I want you to try to control the bleeding.
As soon as the call did...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I know the operator's trying his best, but I ain't gonna lie. This is not a good, dog. No, I know you gotta, talk them through it, right? But, you talking about control the bleeding. Getting shot in the brain, getting shot in the dome in GTA. Bro, that doesn't... Oh, my goodness, bro. What are you talking about? What are you really talking about?
Officers headed on their way to the Beaumont, Texas home of Chris and Olivia.
Well, maybe just try to put the pressure... It's like, sir... See, that's why I couldn't do nothing like this, bro. Because I'd be crashed out because the operator trying to sit here and go back and forth with me over the phone. It's like... Look, bro.
Located at 5575 Pine Burr Boulevard at 8:55
You just
a.m.
watching somebody die in front of your eyes, and he talking about maybe try to control the breathing. It's like, send the police now.
Was met by a familiar face, 40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones, who was visibly distressed. Officer Butler was close friends with Chris and his wife Olivia. His body cam was rolling while Chris urged the officers to hurry into the house.
She in my bedroom. Where's the gun? In the bedroom, broken down on the dresser. Come this way. Okay. Please, come this way. This way. Okay. Please.
As alluded to earlier, the officers made their way to the bedroom and found Olivia lying on the floor.
Baby!
Sir. Okay. Step back.
What's up, Mr. Buck?
Oh no.
Get his.
Oh nah, see, I can't, bro. That's why, you know, some people are meant for those type of jobs and like others just aren't. Cause I ain't gonna front to you, bro. I couldn't walk in no room and just see somebody just on the floor like that, bro. I don't care if I know them or I don't. I just couldn't do it, bro. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do that. I don't know how you, nah.
Olivia was found face down with a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Astonishingly, she was still breathing. When the officers rolled her over, they...
To the back of her head. Come on. Come on. So where's the daughter? Like, what happened to their daughter? You're telling me oh nah, see, bro, I can't. So you're telling me, and this is Valentine's Day, which is crazy, but you're telling me that you sat here and just oh nah, dog. In the back of the head, and then you called it in and tried to act like you...
eye. The room she was found in was covered in blood, with spatter all over the walls. The paramedics arrived, and while they tended to Olivia, the police secured the area. Officer Butler had Chris walk him through the events leading up to the shooting.
What happened? We had a disagreement, and I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me. I say, we've been...
All right, look, no funny shit, right? We all know that nigga did not say that shit, bro. Hey, man, you're not working for me, you're working against me. Like, no, like, genuinely. I'm being serious. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to stuff like this, bro, the lady and her family and everybody, the daughter, I feel terrible for her. But this nigga right here, I can laugh at this nigga, though. I can laugh at him. So just to preface that, I can laugh at him because he's the one, you know, that deserves to be shamed and laughed at and everything, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But is the situation sad? Definitely. Yeah, it is really, yeah, it's bad. But I'm just saying, just to like put that out there, cause he talking about... He didn't say that shit, though.
We had a disagreement.
He didn't say that shit, though. Like, he did not say that shit.
I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me.
This nigga's lying. This nigga is lying, bro. You know, he ain't never say nothing like that in his life. Ever. Baby, you're not working with me, working against me. Who says that, bro?
And I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me.
This nigga lying,
I say,
bro.
we've been doing this.
This nigga is
My
lying.
19-year-old stepdaughter was 8. My 11-year-old was 1. I say, Olivia, we can't get it together.
Wait, you're 19. What? What? Say that again.
Oh, was 1. I say,
what?
Daughter was 8.
Your 19-year-old stepdaughter was 8.
My 11-year-old was 1.
Your 11-year-old was 1. So this was in the past. What is he talking about?
Olivia, we can't get it together. We can't be together. Okay. We got several weeks, and I say, I just want a divorce. And her reaction was, she got the gun. I said, give me the gun. She like, I don't remember which hand. I'm like, give me that gun. What is you doing? Stop trying to scare me.
Bro, he doing all this. No, because they will do shit like this, which is crazy because he's acting right now. He's fucking lying. The thing is, this nigga sitting here acting like he was just so in shambles. That's crazy because he know he ain't never do nothing like that in his life.
What is you doing? Stop trying to...
Bro, you talking about, give me the gun. Stop trying to scare me. Like... bro, come on. Like, no, seriously. Like, are you come?
Tell
No.
me. I took it.
Oh, we know you took it. No, we know. You don't gotta tell me that part. We know you took it and just cocked it back. Hey, bro, come on. He talking about some. And you know what's so crazy? She was probably the one that wanted the divorce from this nigga. That's the crazy part.
So when you grabbed it, went off. She yanked. I grabbed it and she yanked back, and the gun went off. Okay, the gun went off.
Chris's story.
I got so many questions, even though we already know the answer to like some of them. But I just want to know, is it normal to just keep a loaded gun with no safety on or anything? You know, that's just me. I'm not saying that, you know, it will be unloaded, but I'm just saying, you know, y'all do have kids, right? And now, if they do know where the gun is or if they don't, regardless, say they happen to stumble across it and, you know, because kids can be nosy when they even shouldn't be and they know they shouldn't be, you know? So I just want to know, what is that, just like a normal thing? Like you just have a loaded gun, safety off and everything, fully legit, like is that not? And you're telling me she was gonna shoot you because you wanted to leave her? You're just projecting. You shot her because she wanted to leave you because you was probably the one threatening the kid. Come on, bro. We out.
Or immediately set off red flags. How could such a large man be overpowered by his significantly smaller wife? Chris.
Yeah, look at this nigga. That don't even make sense. You talking about trying to scare me. The only way I could believe that, you know, she would threaten you while she has a gun is if she has some distance on you. Like, say she got some distance and she just aiming it at you. That's a different story. But, you know, her being like in your face, you saying you grabbed the gun, that's not hard to, like, you know, disarm. Especially if you're, you know, scared for your life. And as a grown man, I'm not gonna lie, bro, realistically, right? I say this all the time. If my life is threatened like this, I don't care who it is, they get in the hand of something terrible. So if it's a girl and she got a gun and we find, oh, I ain't gonna lie, she catching mean hooks, just like until the gun's out of her hand. Until that's out of her hand, she just gonna Mike Tyson, bro. You know, not Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, though. That's a different story. But as soon as the weapon's out of her hands, then, you know, vibed. Because all I gotta do is disarm her. Once she's disarmed, I can just restrain her. I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? But if she got like a knife or something, I'm using full force. I ain't gonna front to you. I'm using full force just to get it out of her hand. Once that's out of her hand, that's different. Then, you know, I'll just restrain her and hold her down. That's a different story. We don't gotta, you know. But it's like, dog, he's sitting here on the floor. He's trying so hard to play this off. And where is the daughter? I don't
drop to his knees,
because it's like, if she went home with her, she watched all of this happen. Is she like, what are we talking about?
Anguish, but there were no tears as he asked Officer Butler if he could go check on Olivia.
Mr. Butler, I got help.
Oh, no. You don't need to go in there, okay?
Is she alive?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this nigga's face, bro. And another thing, the officer that's doing this is probably sick to his stomach because he probably already knows. He probably already knows. He probably already knows what happened and is just sitting here watching it and just has to watch it because of his job. But you know,
she is.
We got him.
Is she alive, Mr. Butler? Please don't tell me she's alive.
oh, it's the way they edited it. Cause I was like, I was like, bro, what? Please don't tell me she's alive. And you just gave it away.
Is she alive, Mr. Butler? Please don't tell me she's alive if she's not.
And when I saw her, she was.
She was talking?
She wasn't talking.
Is she breathing?
It looked like she was breathing, yeah.
Oh my God, because, you know, people really be sick. Like, they genuinely be sick, like, as, like, an individual. Because knowing this nigga, he probably sitting there like, oh, well, if she isn't, I'll just, you know, finish the job. It's like, oh, nah, see? You gotta get smited, dog.
Don't go in there, sir. Sir, I need you to stay right here with me, okay? And calm down.
Calm down?
Upon learning that Olivia...
Nigga, you're not even stressing. Oh my goodness. It's the fact that he just like playing it off is fine because he knows. He already knows. He knows she's okay.
Was still breathing.
Yeah,
Chris's
right,
reaction seemed strangely devoid of relief or happiness. Another red flag for Officer Butler. Back inside the home, Olivia...
Yeah, he seems more relieved that, you know, she's not here.
Olivia's wounds proved to be fatal, and just after 9 a.m., she was pronounced dead. Officers searched the rest of the home and noticed that in addition to the surveillance cameras installed on the exterior of the house, there were 2 more cameras mounted in the living room, monitoring the interior of the house as well. They also discovered the gun that Olivia was shot with, a 9mm pistol covered in blood. However, they found it strange that the gun was in a different room from where the shooting took place. If Olivia was holding the gun when it went off, how did it end up in a different room? The only logical answer was that Chris must have moved it. Following this discovery, the officers decided that the best course of action was to detain Chris until they had a better understanding of what really happened. As Chris was getting handcuffed, his 19-year-old daughter, Ariel, arrived at the house. She had already been contacted by Chris, who told her what had happened. She was clearly devastated. While the officers tried to console Ariel.
Oh, nah. See, I can't, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No, cause I forgot bro's name that just did it. But the husband, they're gonna have to get me off of him, bro. Like, I mean, police officers gonna have to put me in handcuffs off of him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just keep swinging until I just can't no more. I like, realistically, I ain't gonna lie. See, because it would have been a full-fledged sprint towards him, too. Oh, yeah. I would have had to get, like, Roman Reigns spear. Like, they would have had to, like, really put some firepower behind whatever choice of action they chose. Whether it's hands or handcuffs or trying to pin me down, tackle me, whatever. They gonna have to put some real firepower behind it. Cause they just gonna have to. They's gonna have to. Oh, nah. And I know the daughter probably knows something, and she probably. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, see.
Chris was escorted to the back of a police cruiser. Lead Detective Mendy Freeman and Sergeant Yvette Barrero of the Forensics Unit arrived at the residence and were immediately caught up to speed.
According to him, she grabs a 9mm in their bedroom. And she did that. He claims he reached for the gun to try to get it from her. And when he reached for it, and they struggle over it, boom.
At that moment, Olivia's sister Angela arrived at the scene, and Ariel once again broke out into hysterics.
Oh, no.
All of the evidence was collected and sent to the crime lab. Chris was brought down to the station where they took photos of his hands still covered in blood.
Oh, no. Oh, no, see. That's the part that fries me. Cause, I couldn't even imagine the anger. That's what I was saying. Like, where's the daughter? Like, was she home? Okay, so the stepdaughter wasn't home, but then she got called in, and then that happened, and her sister came. Okay, all right.
For the lead detectives, they're going to be the ones that actually interview. So,
when the detectives finally arrived at the station, they started Chris's interview by asking him what caused the argument. He said that he felt as if Olivia wasn't pulling her weight in the relationship.
I am very particular If you heard that, that's true. I am very particular. You strive for the best for people. I work really hard, and I don't make excuses for myself, and I don't accept excuses for anybody else.
After telling her that he wanted a divorce, she went to the bedroom and grabbed the gun.
Like, you're not about to sit here and convince me this nigga. Like, come on, dog. Like, you know how sometimes people will sit there and it'll be like situations where a guy will look like this and he didn't actually do it, but you know, they're just gonna automatically assume because he's bigger and strong. But in this situation, no, like, genuinely, come on, dog. You struggled for a 9mm out of your wife's hands. And right here, you look like at least 240 plus. And you probably like no shorter than 5'11" or 10. There's just no way. I'm just not believing. Like, come on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not. No.
What did you say?
Really? You serious? Really?
Is he covering his smile? Is this bitch ass nigga covering his smile? What am I watching? What am I watching? What am I watching?
This is not going to solve anything.
Okay.
Is he covering his smile? See, these niggas really be evil. I ain't gonna lie. Is he like, what is he doing?
No, this is not. You do not want to do that. You put that freaking gun down.
Oh no, see, cause you know this nigga never talks like this. It be shit like this that really get to me. It be stuff like this, bro, that like, you know, he never talks like that, and he's sitting here faking. Like, you know, he probably never talked like that in his like whole life. Put that freaking gun down. How old are you? Come on, dog. You probably like 37.
She was crying.
You in the range of like 37 to like 42.
Chris handed over his cell phone, which had access to the home security camera footage.
Say you want to access just that camera. You touch that. And that's just that camera. Okay. You follow what I'm saying?
So far. Let's go back to devices.
Yes, sir. And everything is labeled.
Carport, backyard, front door, back door.
So even just like, okay, look, even just from this perspective, right? Where in your mind did you think it was smart to do something like this? And you know you have Ring cameras in your house, not on the outside, in your house. Where is the IQ in that? Like, where, I don't get that. Like, you know you have cameras in your, like, in your house. Cause say he goes to show this, you know, this footage, and you see her run from the kitchen into that room, and he's just like following her with the, like, come on, bro. Like, what are we really talking about?
Laundry room, inside garage, living room, kitchen.
The police examined this footage, hoping to corroborate Chris's story. At 8:41 a.m., Olivia can be seen going about her morning routine in the kitchen.
I couldn't. No, I'm not gonna lie, because, you know, like, thinking about it as like being a child, and you're watching your parent just like live, and then they're just not, oh nah, see.
Then all of a sudden the footage cuts out. 3 minutes later, at 8:44 a.m., the video is back up, and Chris is captured frantically pacing around the house while on the phone with 911.
You know, it's just like, okay.
11 minutes later, at 8:55 a.m., the responding officers can be seen entering the residence. That means that Olivia must have been shot during this 3-minute gap in the footage. In the interrogation room, Chris was asked why this footage was missing. He claimed that he had no idea.
We're still trying to pull up these videos here, okay? Why would there be no recordings on that?
I don't know. It should be. Everybody that went in that house should be on it. But like I said, the internet, you can go through days and it pretty much does it. We shouldn't have bought that. You just keep, like, you can pick whatever day you want and it's never going to be consistent. That's why I say it was a waste of money.
Well, I'm
But you're telling me, so you're telling me the one window of time just so coincidentally happened to not be there. Like I said, it was a waste of money. I didn't, wasted so much time on it. It's like, so you're telling me that at that time frame, it just so happened to cut out for that time period. And then, so that means you turn off the camera.
I'm desperate.
That means you're sick, okay? Because you turned off the camera, then did it, and then turned it back on, and then got on the phone. Just like, oh my goodness. Just like people would just be disgusting.
That corroborates what you're telling us, but almost all the videos start right after this event happened.
Chris had a bunch of excuses, from internet problems to not charging the camera properly. But at this point, the detectives were taking anything Chris said with a grain of salt. It seemed more likely that Chris, the only one with access to the footage, had tampered with it. Since they did not have the video, they had Chris reenact the moment that he tried to disarm Olivia.
Now go ahead and do my initial. She pulls it.
Give me the.
Okay. And I go. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
I don't
I'm
want the
sorry.
chair.
I'm sorry. You're fine.
I like the chair, man.
As you know, I would just like to say that if any of that was real, which we know it isn't, but I'm just saying, if any of that was fucking real, you probably wouldn't even want to be reenacting anything. If you genuinely, offed your wife that you actually loved, like you loved her genuinely, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even want to even come close to anything having to deal with that, because you'd be in too much pain. That's the thing.
I'm reliving it.
You are.
I'm reliving it.
So she should be shot in the back of her right head.
Did you feel me?
Like, come on, like, what are we really talking about? So what he's saying is she was like this. She pulls it back like this. So now that it's like this, he goes to reach for it. He grabs her. And what you're saying is, not only do you grab her, y'all are fighting. You're pulling, so the gun literally twists this way, but behind her head like this. And it gets a clean, straight shot. Like how the officer said, he was like, okay, so it should be on the right side of her head then. And then he said, you notice how he didn't immediately say yes? And another thing, right? You're really dumb. You're dumb as hell because they got you with that one alone. Because in my opinion, the fact that you should even think about, wait a minute, where was it exactly? You wouldn't know that. Like, if you're in the middle of a battle, right? And y'all are fighting and you're trying to get it and it all happens super fast, you're not going to know exactly where it actually hit her. Duh. You wouldn't know exactly. So somebody in this actual situation would probably just be like, I think so. Or something like that. Like, you wouldn't try to reenact it till it perfectly lines up with the shot that you took. Like, does he not get that? Like, is that just not... He's sitting there trying to, like, act it out. And it's like, you do know that the fact that he just said, oh, so it should be on the right side of her head then. The fact that you didn't say, like, oh, I don't know, or maybe, or something like that. automatically shows you're lying because now you know exactly where it is. It shows you're literally showing them that you know where you shot. Your IQ is just not there.
Did you feel me twist your? I twisted.
So you know you twisted at the same time as you're fighting for the. You just knew all of this, bro. Come on, dog.
With each question asked, it seems as if Chris was improvising the answer, actively trying to make the puzzle pieces fit together rather than telling the truth. The detectives ended their initial interview feeling more suspicious of Chris than ever. They then moved on to other members of the family, starting with Olivia's sister, Angela.
Olivia Jones is your sister, right? We've been talking a lot lately. We talk every day. I drop her baby to her at the tax office. She's always been timid about everything. But she was the type that whatever went on in their home, she would keep it there.
Yeah. Kind of a private
person.
Yeah.
She loved her baby so much.
Oh nah, see. Oh nah. No. See, this the part. It's the part that fries me because like being a kid, you know, like being a child rather than, you know, because it's not like I'm a parent, so it's not I'm not gonna sit here and relate as a parent. I'm gonna relate as a kid. So it's like, oh nah, see. She said she loved her baby, so oh no, see, I can't.
She had to live for them, you know. She would never.
Angela went on to reveal the extent of Chris's control over Olivia.
She can't talk on the phone after a certain time. He controlled the finances. He never wanted to be in the presence of her family reunions, anything. He never came, but she would have to step off and when he would call and all you could hear was him screaming and yelling on the phone. His character is agitation. Like, his character is to be aggressive. I just don't get it. Because all she wanted, my sister was a married type. All she wanted was to be loved. She loved love. Like, she loved her babies. She wanted to live for her babies.
No.
To make matters worse, Chris's ex-wife Letitia, who he initially met back in 1999, corroborated his pattern of controlling and aggressive behavior.
I make Chris Jones in the...
It goes to show how character really matters, because like stuff like this, they got someone from the past and she said the same thing. So that means you just been doing this whole time. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You really don't change. You really don't change.
1999. It was just like a constant fight. Like, he strangled me, choked me out, drugged me through the house. My skin was missing off my back. One time he bit my hand. He had this bite marks in my hand. This was what it was. If the house not clean, he's told me that he would kill me if I was to ever leave him. Told me how he would do it. The reason I never said anything or went for help was because I was extremely in fear of my life. Because I knew and I felt in my heart that he would kill me.
And most damning of all were the allegations made by Olivia's daughter Ariel during her interview. She explained what it was like living at the house with her mom and Chris.
One time.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm airing that whole joint clear. I'm saying everything. I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying everything, every moment. It don't matter if it's small or big. I'm saying every moment. We need to know, because I need to add more shit to a sentence. So I got to keep talking. I'll sit there for an hour and 30 minutes just going on that nigga. Just, I'll story after story after story. Hell, I'll even make up a story. I don't care. Got to get him fried. Oh, because he want to make up stories. So we can all, how about we all make up stories, though? That's how I would be. Oh, he want to make up stories? Let's all make up stories. We can all make up stories. Why don't nobody want to make up stories now? Oh, yeah.
They were arguing, and I heard her say she couldn't breathe. I would see bruises on her. It broke her down to the point where she believed what he said. You won't leave nothing without me. Stuff like that.
Right.
Everybody knows my mom. Everybody knows my mom. Everybody knows that we were her world.
With each person interviewed, the allegations against Chris were stacking higher and higher. They doubled back with him, urging him to tell the truth about what actually happened to the missing footage.
To be honest, I videos.
I look guilty.
No,
I'm not deleting those videos. I look guilty.
Not if you say right now, what you just said a little while ago. I freaked out. I panicked. I did some stuff I shouldn't have done. Is that one of them?
Yes.
How many did you delete?
I don't know. Honestly.
Okay.
I'm just afraid of being blamed for something I did do something.
Okay. So, you know, if someone says, "Hey, you know, we're gonna detain you for this crime," blah 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 blah, but there were cameras, and you know, cameras would just tell the whole story because they could just see everything that happened, and you know, just as a person, you would think, "Oh, I would want to use the cameras," and, you know, as a man also, because there is situations where stuff like this happens and they blame the man, and you know, and sometimes it turns out it's not really him and it's really the woman, right? So, you know, you would think just as a man, you're like, "Oh, I got cameras. You know, this is like my one chance of like showing, you know, it's not me." And you're saying I deleted them because I didn't want to look like I did something when I didn't. Wouldn't the IQ to be to keep the pictures? What are we really talking about? Like, what, not the pictures,
While the confession was a much-needed win for the detectives, there was still no trace of those crucial 3 minutes of footage. However, the detectives did their due diligence. They spent the days combing through all available footage from the house to see for themselves what daily life was like for the Jones family. In these recordings, the true nature of Chris and Olivia's relationship was on full display.
Then you're gonna be looking stupid. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor, White. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the... Why is that like that? You're not paying attention.
He one of those niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, nah, see? Oh, nah, see? He one of those niggas, bro. He one of those niggas that sit there and talk to you like you're a fucking child. Oh, niggas like this get me so angry. I ain't even gonna lie. No, bro, cause he one of those that'll sit there and like yell and like keep talking like you're a fucking baby. Who the fuck are you talking like? Please. And you know what's so crazy? Here's the thing. Even if she was the one that sat there and got the gun first, I know she was probably trying to off him for great reasons. So she was probably using it for self-defense. If she was the one that went to go grab it first. Now, if he was, then we already know. You already know what happened. He just grabbed it and then it happened. But if she was the one to get it and actually did fight for the gun and that part's like partially true, we already know. We already know.
Okay, please. You wasn't worried about the son of a bitch a minute ago. That's your mother. Don't look at me like that, bitch. I'm not playing with you. Lazy. You want to do something, not enough? Listen, give it here. You got all the goddamn answers. You don't do a goddamn thing around this. Right. This your ass, bitch. That's clean dish. That's clean.
I didn't want to. They fell on the floor, so I didn't want to reuse them.
You look at it. You don't pay attention to what the fuck you doing. You all over. You ain't got the chance to claim no food on the wall. Who you burning now?
Me.
Harriet don't live here. It's you. It's always been you.
Chris would take any chance that he could to bully
nigga, he's sitting here just like, oh nah, see, cause it be niggas like this, bro. I'm like stunned.
It's you. It always been you.
Chris would take any chance that he could to bully Olivia, constantly putting her worth into question, even humiliating her in front of her own daughter.
When I got the show ass, you didn't have a job. You would collect unemployment. You just had off. And most men in this world want a woman.
Oh nah. Oh, not with the child here, bro. Come
Got
on.
what? You wouldn't be doing this if I wouldn't have got upset. You would have bagged that. Life would be so much easier for me if you start thinking. You do dumb because you don't think.
This footage shed light on Chris's true colors and confirmed the allegations of abuse from Olivia's family.
Because here's the thing. In a relationship, right? You know, both partners should be doing things that the other needs them to do regardless of what it is. Because, you know, when you're in a relationship, you will compromise the things for your partner because you love your partner, right? So, you know, he's saying she was unemployed and basically he helped her get on her feet and she was relying on him and everything. And how he was the one who basically took care of all the stuff. And he was angry because, you know, either the house wasn't clean or she just wasn't doing stuff around the house. And, you know, he's doing all this to like take care of the whole house and she's not even doing anything. And she's lazy and this and that, right? Now, here's the thing though. While that is like, that's like valid to have a frustration, not to, you know, not to kill, but to have a frustration with your partner about stuff like that. That's valid because, you know, if he's doing X, Y, and Z, she should be able to do X, Y, and Z because they're in a relationship. Vice versa, right? The same way he should be able to just fucking communicate like a regular human without being aggressive or loud, you know, vice versa. So it's just really like, nah, dog. It's
Detectives also looked into Chris's criminal records and discovered that he had a history of violent charges, including multiple assaults in 1996 and a domestic assault in 1998.
Oh, I wonder why.
Landed him in jail for a brief period of time. Even though they were still waiting for ongoing forensic analysis results, authorities believed that they had enough evidence to place charges against Chris.
News this morning, a Beaumont man is now facing murder charges in a Valentine's Day shooting of his wife. Police say this man, Christopher Ray Jones, who worked as a correctional counselor at the Beaumont Federal Prison, killed his wife, Olivia.
Chris was charged with first-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter in April of 2019. But unexpectedly, within 24 hours after being charged, he was released on a $150,000 bond and was put under house arrest with a GPS monitor.
Now a man charged with murdering his wife is back at their home.
40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones was arrested and charged with shooting his wife in the face on Valentine's Day. His bond was set at $150,000. He paid and is now out.
$150K and he paid. I guess it depends on who you know. Are you crazy? Why is there even a bond for that?
Many taking to social media to voice their concerns,
come on, bro.
stating things like, can't believe he's out on $150,000 bond.
Paid.
That's crazy. What's wrong with our system? And can't believe they would make his bond so low that he got out. He should not be walking the streets.
While out on bail, Christopher was allowed to continue operating the Jones family business, a food truck called One Plate at a Time. The judge allowed Chris to work while out on bail since the food truck is directly beside his home. However, this decision was controversial amongst Olivia's family and the community. They knew Chris was the only person with Olivia at the time of her death, and they all seemed to believe that he had killed her.
This food truck on Concord Road in Beaumont is a hot topic on social media. It's not generating rave reviews from many, but condemnation from a grieving family.
I don't see how would anyone want to support someone who murdered their wife on Valentine's Day, which is a day that we are supposed to celebrate love. Yeah. And the day that she was going to celebrate that with him, he decides to take her life.
Chris's image was tainted even further when the results from the crime lab came in. The bloodstain patterns at the crime scene indicated that the gunshot wound could not have happened in the way that Chris described it. Additionally, investigators found no gunshot residue on Olivia's hands, indicating that there was no way she was holding the gun when it went off. There was, however, gunshot residue on Chris's hands and clothing. Despite all of the evidence pointing towards Chris, he pled not guilty to his charges. But before his trial would take place, Olivia's family held a gathering to honor her memory.
This Valentine's Day,
Praying for you. Thank you.
purple and red balloons filled Rogers Park.
Purple means domestic violence, and red was one of her favorite colors.
1 year ago today, Joshua Simmons lost his sister.
Valentine's Day was one of her favorite holidays.
I would give almost anything to have her back right now.
What's this year been like for you and your family?
If you can wrap it up in one word, it would be frustrating.
Frustrated with the fact that Jones...
Because I would want to just like scalp his, oh my goodness, dog. I would want to put some real hurt on that man. That's being real transparent. Just like, give me an hour in a basement. And, a wooden table, right? A wooden table. And just line up torture devices, okay? Just all on the table. Let me just go like, you know, one by one. And don't just give me an hour. Give me like an extra 5. I'll sit there for 5. Give me 5 and, you know, put him in the chair, you know, bolted down. Like we using real chains. Like I'm like real chains around his neck, around his hand. Like we gonna be real serious about it too. And just give me like a good 5 hours, just me and him, okay? Let me just get a lot of frustration out, okay? So we gonna be there for a minute. Is he gonna look the same when he get out? Absolutely not. But he's still gonna be alive. You can go to jail like that, you know what I'm saying? Just give me 5 hours to just really express how I feel. That's all I want to do. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Just give me 5 hours. If I'm the brother, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm the brother, just give me 5 hours to express to him how much I really feel. You know, then we can talk.
Isn't behind bars. Now the family wants to raise awareness for domestic violence, but more than anything, they want justice for Olivia.
We want him to spend the rest of his life in prison, while my sister spend the rest of her life
in heaven,
in the grave.
After finally having an opportunity to celebrate Olivia's life, her loved ones would once again have to face her death during Chris's upcoming trial. The courtroom was packed with family members from both sides. It had been over 3 years since Olivia's death.
And I know them. Nah. Because, I mean, it wasn't the family, but it was him. So, you know, it's just...
And despite the clear tension between the two families, they all wanted the same thing, justice for Olivia. Prosecutors...
Okay, that's good. So they're all on the same side. Okay, good. So I'm glad it wasn't on some like real bias, like, but that's still our son and that's still our... Okay, yeah, sure.
Described Chris as an abusive partner with a violent past, and it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Chris's defense attorney, Ryan Gertz, argued that Chris only grabbed the gun because Olivia was recklessly handling the weapon, putting both herself and Chris in a dangerous predicament. Forensic pathologist...
I mean, why would you, I mean, I get it, you put him in here, but I'm saying, like, don't try to put him in there like he would, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't put him in there like he just doing his job. He got paid. He just doing his job. Like, no, don't try to make it seem like it's like, bro, lying is their job.
Celestina Rossi provided critical bloodstain analysis and confirmed that Olivia did not have any gunshot residue on her, contradicting the defense's claims that her death was merely an accident. The testimonies and evidence combined ultimately overpowered the defense team. And on February 8, 2022, Christopher Ray Jones was found guilty for the murder of his wife, Olivia Jones.
1,118 days. That's how long Olivia Jones's family says they've waited for this moment. The moment when Olivia's husband, Christopher Jones, was found guilty of murder. Olivia died at the hands of her husband on Valentine's Day 2019, and instead of spending a lifetime behind bars,
we elected to agree with the state to a 30-year.
And the cut got worse. Damn it. The cut got worse. The cut got even worse. It just makes me hate him more. Sham.
His husband, Christopher Jones, was found guilty of murder. Olivia died at the hands of her husband on Valentine's Day 2019, and instead of spending a lifetime behind bars,
we elected to agree with the state to a 30-year sentence because of the potential risk of, an even higher sentence.
In exchange,
they gave him 30 years, so he can still walk out in 30 years. I ain't gonna lie. No. And seeing the gray hair, he's probably, like I said, 40 in his 50s. Now that I see the gray hair. So, because at first I said 37 to 42. Now I'm saying more 40 range, like a 44 to like a 51.
Christopher waived his right to appeal the conviction. After the judge handed down this sentence, Olivia and Christopher's 2 daughters took the stand. Looking directly at their father, they described the impact of Olivia's death. The youngest daughter, who was only 11 when her mother died, said, quote, "I'll forgive you one day, but right now I can't." Throughout the trial, the prosecution described a history of abuse that finally blew up. Defense attorney Ryan Getz argued a different version of events.
I think that we'll never know what happened in that room. Ultimately, my impression from the jurors is that they just didn't believe Chris's version of events, and that really only left the one alternative.
This was an emotional day for Olivia's family. As they were leaving the courtroom, they were encouraging each other, saying today was all about Olivia and she won.
Christopher Jones is currently serving his sentence in the John M. Wynn Unit in Huntsville, Texas.
Enjoyed that video. Make sure to check out another video like that. Just click it right here. You don't gotta sub or nothing, bro. I'm making it easy. Just click the video. It's on your screen already. Might as well go ahead, click it.